Yeah, but it's been a while for sure.
It's been quite a while. It's been a busy, busy time.
Yeah.
A lot going on, and the weather's cold, and
Yep. Last time we were together was like right before New Year's. It was before New Year's Eve, I think.
that's right.
And so here we are, and we're in a new year. We're more than halfway through the first month. And so that's kind of what we are looking at today is like, my, how time flies.
It certainly does.
That's a friend of mine, Linda, says life is like a roll of toilet paper. The closer you get to the end, the faster it goes.
That's the truth.
So you got to have a really good attitude. Now, one thing you'll notice, I don't know what the screen is like on your side, but I have a new computer. We'll talk about that in a moment, about our learning process and everything that's going on. So anyway, just for if you've never watched, I am Alicia, and this is
Valerie.
And we are sisters making videos for our family. That down, way in the future, wherever that is, long after we leave this place, they will be able to watch and to know. Did you ever wonder, what was my grandmother like? What was my great-grandmother? All the way back.
Right.
Our,
The more your family grows, we just had another great-grandbaby in September, and that means this is 3 generations right there. Me, my grandchildren, and my great-grandchildren. Wow. That's pretty incredible.
No, I'm sorry. You left a generation out.
Oh, my own children. Hey, they're the best. I put them in with me.
Yeah, well, there was a time when the thought of having great-grandchildren was very unusual.
Well, we didn't think we'd be here then.
No, but thank God we are.
It's pretty cool to have 4 of them, let me tell you.
Yep. I have the one great-grandchild in Florida, but we had such a visit on the portal today. And if you don't know what that is you get it from Amazon, I think. And you can talk like this, only we would be live talking to you, looking at you. So if you got your pajamas on, it's late in the day for that. And so Tristan and I play on it, and it's so wonderful, the thought. Because our great-grandparents were in Florida.
That's right, they were.
And we saw them once in a blue moon.
Yeah, maybe every 2nd or 3rd year. We didn't get to see them that often.
So we're very glad about the technology. What do you think about the changes in technology from when we were kids to what is now?
I could go on for hours about this because I'm really kind of annoyed about it. I'm so excited to get new things, and I was told by my children that my phone was going to be outdated and turned off because I had it for, 12 years or whatever. So they said, you got to get a new phone before they shut you off. So they got me a new phone. Isn't that lovely? Lovely new phone. My horse is right on the front. You see that? Beautiful. A little on the heavy side compared to my last one, which was a little bit smaller.
Heavy!
I have an awful time. I can make phone calls and I can take pictures. I'm lucky I can do that because I'm still learning how. I was a whiz with my other phone. This one here is very difficult. But to make it more challenging, or maybe they didn't think it was more challenging, they got me the watch to go with it. Okay? This watch, every time the phone rings, this watch rings. I can talk on the phone. I can take pictures. I can do everything I can on this phone. Except I don't know how. Learning things before was easy. It seemed like there was a lot of logic in it. Now, if you get one of these lovely things, or one of these lovely things, of course, they don't come with directions. They tell you, play around with it. You want to see how quick I could break something? And I don't mean break it physically. I mean make it not work right.
Try to make
just
it
get
work.
me one of these. And I'm still horrified with it because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm afraid of wrecking it. And they're saying, just use it, play with it. What do you play with it? I don't even know how to play with it. If you tell me how to play a game, it's one thing. But I don't do that sort of thing on my phone or anywhere else. But let me tell you, technology, there's some things that are good and some things that I could really live without.
Yeah. And it seems like we are always living on the learning curve. There's always something new to learn. And what really frustrates me is I'm very fast. I like to do things fast. I think fast, and as fast as I can do it, the younger people who were raised with it can do it faster.
Oh, yeah.
And that really gets my goat. I'll tell you, that gets my damn
It
goat.
doesn't get my goat because I just say, take it and fix it for me. Would you show me how this works? Once they show me, I'm not paying any attention anymore because I won't remember anyway.
Well, now there's people out there, our younger generation that we're, talking with now, and beyond that, they don't know about the days when you would get something, a phone, a computer, and it would come with this big, thick manual.
Full of the, yeah.
But
anything you wanted to know about it.
except that nobody really looked. Did you ever really look?
I certainly did.
Well, good for you.
It didn't
then.
help, but I certainly did.
Yeah, I didn't look. Now, I got a couple of hot things about technology I want to share with you. It may be new to you, it may not. But my year started by having to get a new computer because the last time that we were together, I had a little teeny glass with a little teeny bit of liquid left in the bottom.
And the computer got drunk.
And the computer got drunk. I was picking up my things. I always have to have stuff to show. I was picking it up, and the glass tipped over, and 90% of what was in that glass went on the table. And like 3 drops got into the keyboard, and it was dead. So, this is the first bit of technology I'm going to share. This goes over my keyboard. Now, I know they had them in the past, but they didn't work real good. This is like skin. It goes right over the keyboard, and I can type on it effortlessly. There we go. And so, I'm not going to have that nightmare again. Now,
She should be getting the wine in herself, not in her computer.
now, I know sometimes we hurry for a solution that we think we know when there's another solution out there. So I thought that meant my computer was dead. I find out later, when I went to get my new computer, that all I needed to do was plug in a new keyboard. And you think about how difficult that is and how big. Look at this keyboard. It folds. You can roll it up and stick it in your pocket if you want. I mean, can you imagine? Think of these things when a computer on its own used to take up a whole room. It's just fascinating.
And we were around then. So when you hear this, and it's many years later, just think about that. Computers in here, computers in my watch, computers in our keyboard, and we actually used them when we knew how.
Yeah, and none of that was around in our day. So we were thinking, wow, if this much has happened from the time we were born to now, what's going to happen with those new babies that are being born now when they're 70?
Yeah, it's the truth. I mean, like my great-grandson is playing with a computer already. I know he is. They're actually doing it in school now. So it's just part of their life. It's, going to lunch break, It's computer class. Or it's math and everything's in the computer. You can learn anything. You can cook with it. You can do all kinds. I don't mean literally cook with it. I mean find recipes. Find recipes to cook with it. Although I might like to try to cook with it. And when I get it that good, I might learn how to do it.
Well, as you know, Jean-Luc Picard did. He would go up to the little window and he would say, Earl Grey, black, hot.
There you go. I think that should be beautiful. I would love one of those. I'd even start drinking Earl Grey tea.
I would say, linguine, marinara sauce, hot.
Al dente.
Al dente. Oh, al dente, nothing worse than, when we ate spaghetti, it was Franco-American out of a can.
We thought that was spaghetti.
Yeah. No, our mother was a very good cook.
Yes, she was.
But speaking of cooking and recipes and stuff, I have shared with you before, and we have shown you proof, she has shown you proof, about how we...
So is she.
Yes, that's for sure. How we take care of things or not. Now, we are talking also about our age, you know, that thing where we are getting older and we want to be around for quite a while, so as far as we know.
Yeah, as long as things don't get
varies
bad.
by the day, you know.
That's right.
But we have to take care of ourselves. So I want you to know that I now take much better care of myself than I did with some of this stuff. So when I was 13 or 14 years old, I went to school for cooking. It was 14, because 14 and 18 I was out of school at 14.
Technical school.
I had
So they
just
were the
turned
best.
14. Yep, vocational schools, they are coming back, I understand.
It's the best thing that could happen.
It is.
Even in this age with computers, it's still the best thing because the computers are a big help to some very good trades or, what do you call it? Well, you know, a vocation. That's the word I was looking for.
And do you remember the whole name of our school?
Goodwin Technical School.
E.C.
Goodwin. Yes.
Regional Vocational Technical School.
I remember the condensed version. Goodwin Tech.
Well, you know, I had a realization when we were talking today. You and Diane, our cousin, are the only two people that I have known all of my life that are on the planet.
Really?
There's a lot of people that have known me all their life, but you're the only one that I've known all my life.
Right from the very beginning, yeah.
And
Mom and Dad.
so happy.
But you knew Mom and Dad.
They're dead.
Oh, you mean that are still alive? That's right.
Yes!
You did say that. You did say that. Correction granted.
Clean out those ears.
No, thank you.
So when I went to cooking school in 1958, I was required to get a book. It's a cookbook. I was in culinary, and this is the Culinary Arts Encyclopedic Cookbook.
Show them the good part.
Well, the better part is it's in two pieces.
That's
So,
love. That is really
This
love.
is how I take care of things, and would you like to show them your copy? My copy had to
The
come
same
out
age.
before. No, yours is younger, but not much. Yours is 1971. This was probably
Is
19.
that the front?
Yeah, that's the front. So we see them, but here's the
Nice.
deal. Yes.
Nice.
Oh, shut up. These.
She made me carry it all the way across the street just so you guys could see it. So I'm hoping you're loving it.
Now, the fun thing about this, and if you can go to the grocery store, what am I saying, grocery store? I think I just lost my mind. Have you seen it anywhere?
Not lately.
To the library.
Or the grocery store.
See if you can find yourself a copy of this. Not this.
Yeah, they don't come like that anymore. This is the only way.
This is well used. But the thing is, it is history. Now, the first time this book came out was in 1948. And I don't know what was the next edition, because
Says right in here. First edition was 1971.
okay, and I went
No,
to
1950.
school.
48.
Yeah, so I went to school in 1960. So at best, this was 1950. Maybe 1959, but I don't know if it had come out yet. Whatever it was, at the very earliest, this was 1959. And so it was not that far after the end of World War II. So a lot of the recipes in the book actually were there. They were carryovers from the issues of what was that
God, what did
rationing.
Yeah.
rationing.
And victory gardening and all that.
Victory gardening, there's a lot of shortages. So the recipes here, some of them are so unhealthy that you should not eat them.
They're probably delicious, though, So
oh, they are. They are. Even, you know what one of my frustrations is with being a vegetarian?
You can't have cream-dyed beef on toast.
That's true. That is true. I miss that. I do miss that.
Yeah, me too.
But also, now you made me forget. Oh, no. Bologna cups with noodles.
Noodles. Yep. And we put corn in the middle of the bologna cup.
Oh, yes. Yes. So if you have bologna with the rind on it, guts, you would put it in a frying pan under the broiler.
Oh, I don't remember that. I remember slapping it right in the frying pan.
Yeah, frying pan or under the broiler, and what happens is it curls up and makes a cup. Then you make noodles with buttered noodles with these little cups of bologna, and put some corn in them, and that was a kickin' meal.
Absolutely. You thought you went to heaven when you were a kid. That was bologna, corn, and noodles? I mean, really.
Yeah.
What more could you want? Oh, pudding for dessert, probably.
Yeah, pudding.
And it didn't come in a pre-made thing. Your mother had to make it with milk and cook it on the stove. It wasn't instant anything then.
No. And if you think about it for a minute, how much waste would we not have if we were back when we were kids? There was no Lunchables. There was no TV dinners.
Right.
There was no, when you get all the individual,
yeah.
plastic, disposable.
You got your meat fresh, and they wrapped it in paper. You go to the deli, and you'd buy
Butcher wrap.
Yeah, butcher wrap. And it was, that's how they wrapped it. And you took it home, and you cooked it. You didn't store it for 6 months in your freezer because you didn't have that kind of freezer.
No.
You had an ice box.
Yeah. Wow. Things changed.
Yeah.
And we lived, and let me tell you something, folks. We were happy. Were we happy?
Oh, absolutely.
I think we were happy.
And we made it to almost 80 years old.
And we're still learning. So,
yeah.
You know, when it's the new year, I don't know if you've experienced this. Have you experienced looking and wondering, what have I done with these 80 years for you?
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. It doesn't seem like much, but I know I couldn't catch up now. I mean, at this time I'm thinking, how many more things I want to do that I can't? I'm not going to have time. But you got to start somewhere. So think of something you really want to do or have wanted to do for a long time and didn't. I mean, when I was, I can't even remember how old I was, but Kimberly was graduating from college. And I said to her, you know, there are times I wish I could go and take the art courses at Middlesex College. And she said, well, do it. And I said, I can't. That's ridiculous. And besides, I said, you're going there. I said, I wouldn't want to go. Having your mother going to college is kind of corny. And she said, no. And she really encouraged me, and she pushed me. One of the best things I ever did. I loved it. I got great credits. Everything was wonderful. I mean, I didn't want a diploma. I didn't care about that. I was taking art classes with a bunch of kids who didn't care whether I were there. I cared that I was there. I loved it. If you ever think of anything, it doesn't matter how old you are, give it a shot. Call somebody. Ask some questions. It's good for your brain. It's good for your heart. It's good for your ego. It's really great.
Grandma Moses didn't even start painting until she was 80.
I know. Here I am.
Yes, but you've got lots of experience. She even went to China to take special brush painting classes.
Yeah, I did.
So, and this is the woman who, when she was having her children, wouldn't drive to the doctor's appointment. Sometimes her husband would take her. Sometimes I'd take her. Anybody she could suck her into.
I didn't get my license until after I had 3 kids.
How do you like that?
And if I wouldn't have gotten it then, except Donald said, you were living in the country now, you really have to know how to drive. I gave up driving about 1.5 years ago. I've had enough driving.
Yeah.
I could be a menace on the road. And I taught all my kids how to drive.
Oh, I tell you something. We're working on it. We've really come a long ways. I'm still learning. Well, before we get there, just that we are still on our path, because when we were kids, of course, I wanted to be a dozen things, but at the essence of it, she wanted to be an old maid artist, and I wanted to be a nun.
There you go.
Or a stripper. I really admired Gypsy Rosalie, who was an amazing, classy stripper. I know it sounds crazy, but she was.
You got to learn more about her.
She was on TV shows. I mean, when we were kids, you didn't know what she did until you saw the movie, but she was very funny.
Yeah.
I liked her. But none was very, very predominant. And I had a little altar in my bedroom when I was a kid, and she had drawings and coloring and making paper dolls and all that stuff. And she is still pursuing her art, and I am officially ordained minister, and I also am writing. So it's everything I really most wanted. So whatever your dreams are, you do not have to give them up.
And sometimes that dream, even if it doesn't work out, it leads you to something else that does. So keep your heart open, keep your mind open, go for it.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. Just a couple of interesting. Actually, I did my keyboard story, so I can go straight to that. One of the things I learned. This is so stupid.
Nothing stupid.
That's how I learn. I learn from stupid. So, I was doing my prayer time the other day, and I do my prayer time in bed in the morning. God and I have a cup of coffee. We chat. We read. We write, and I hit the lamp next to my bed, and I'm like, oh God. And next thing is the lights go.
Oh no.
It's like, oh God, don't let that light go. I mean, if I can't get up and use my little light in my prayer time in the morning, the world's going to end. And this is when I still had that thing that I picked up New Year's Eve when I got sick. So I had to go out and get a light bulb. I had to go get a light bulb. So I go out to get the light bulb, and I come home. And it is only then it occurs to me, mayhaps the bulb is just loose.
What are the chances?
What are the chances? Tighten the bulb. Now I got a bulb sitting.
And a new one, yes. And so you're never going to run out.
Yes, no, it will be there for later. Oh gosh. Well, time does fly by, and our time with our visit that has flown by today.
You didn't show me a book, but
hello. We're going overtime.
Just a couple minutes.
Yeah, because I made her drag it across.
And I got to get home before it starts.
So it's another part of history. The cookbook that we showed you was a part of big history, world history, and this is a book of our history. We'll show you the difference in the way hers looks and the way mine looks. And many years ago, I was making cookies. I was making my great-grandmother's recipes, which went beyond them. They were hand-me-down recipes. One was for hushiki, which is angel wings in Italian and hushiki in Polish. And they're little fried cookies. They're bow ties. And I was making the molasses cookies that came down from my mother's side of the family. So I had the Polish and the German, Scotch, Irish. And I thought, man, these recipes, if we stop making them, they're going to go away. Because I think that was the last time I ever made angel wings. I almost set the house on fire, but that's another story. But, I saved the recipes, so I collected recipes from my siblings and parents. I know, it looks like hell, but it says... It says beyond the part that got all faded, favorite family recipes, a treasury, then Merry Christmas 1999. Now you can show them yours. Yeah, that's how we take care of
that
stuff.
different on that
My
computer.
cover's falling off. Yeah, they do. Hold it up closer. Yeah, yours and mine. And the thing is, she can show you, like, what I did is I put every topic... hang on a minute. Okay. Every topic, like that's comfort foods, they're pictures from our albums of anyone cooking or eating and trying to match the subject matter to
the kind of food.
To the kind of food.
Yeah.
So don't let your family recipes get lost. That's a part of your history. Sometimes I made little notes in the cookbook about the different things, and
this was perfect because if you're not a writer like you are, something like a recipe book, you don't have to be a writer. Take a picture, write the recipe, and put it in a book. I mean, what a treasure! I love mine. I use it all the time. I've added some recipes I've collected here and there to this book. And I rely on it a lot. It needs a little bit of
I
taste,
used mine today to make that banana bread.
There you go. Yeah,
so that's a good thing. You want to, I don't know about money, how important money is to leave behind, but you want to leave behind love. This is not paper and recipes. This is love. I made it to share, the love that we had for our families and everything.
We all have recipes in there. She collected them from all of us in the family, so we're a part of that love.
That's
It's gonna be passed on. There's yours, mine, Melissa's, Mom's, Grandma's, everybody's.
Yep. And they will get hopefully passed on. And the funny thing is, the little kids that were too little when I made it, then they wanted copies, so I had to take it to Kinko's or wherever the heck and get copies. I don't think Kinko's is around anymore.
I don't even know.
I don't know.
I don't think I've ever been.
Anyway, so as we go into this year, we want to think about a singer you never heard of. His name was Tennessee Ernie
Ford.
Tennessee Ernie Ford. He's a country singer. He always wore a suit, though. Did you ever notice that? He always wore a suit.
He
with
had a
cowboy
TV
hat.
program for a while.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah. He did. But he wrote a song, and it was called 16 Tons. We're gonna try one of the verses because I love doing that to her. I just love it. And we don't have any little wine or anything today, so she's doing it.
We should have had that first.
Cold turkey.
Yeah.
Okay. You load 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. 'Cause I owe my soul to the company store. We're not getting deeper in debt because if you don't spend it, you don't get in debt. Just try to be a little frugal, make it last as long as you
save little
want
things.
it
I
to
mean,
last.
saving a song like Tennessee Ernie Ford song, I'll bet you 90% of the people who watch this will never have heard that song.
No.
But if you remember it, we know how old you are.
That's right. So we are getting older. This is a poignant thought. My ex-husband is currently in a convalescent home, which is rather shocking. You don't think that will ever come. And
my husband is awaiting a decision whether he's going to have stents put in his heart or if he's going to have a bypass surgery. Right now it's sounding like bypass. We'll know in about a week and a half whether that will be the advisable thing to do. So I know it's probably going to be over by the time anybody sees this, but we appreciate your prayers. They're both kind of in trouble here, and we'd like to have them, both of them, even if she's divorced from him.
Yeah.
You don't want to see anybody suffer. And you don't want to lose anybody, and the older you get, the more you depend on those people.
Boy, those rock stars are disappearing. There's one a day, and Gina Lola Bridger died yesterday.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, she's only 94 years old. But we want you to keep going, so eat healthy, get enough sleep, live good. We're trying to stay healthy, and long enough to at least get some more of these stories out. I hope you enjoyed our time today.
Thank you for watching.
And click subscribe, click like. It helps.
Yeah.
Have a great day. God bless you good.